Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and in this case talking about the advisor to the president of Argentina, Santiago Caputo, this guy that you see here on the left. Of course, this is the president of Argentina, Javier Milei. I was looking up information about who is really running things in Argentina, the main players, and it's basically three. There's this dispute going on with the vice president of Argentina, which I actually really like. She's a very good woman. She has her priorities is very straight, but the power in Argentina is basically Javier Milei, Santiago Caputo, this guy that you see here, and the sister of Javier Milei, who is Karina Milei. She's like secretary of, but this is the main advisor to a president. And of course, I looked him up in YouTube to see if there's any interview. There's nothing. This guy hasn't got a single interview online that I could find. Well, definitely not on YouTube. When I looked up on YouTube, this is what I found. This is him doing some shooting. Check this out. So it says as he's practicing shooting for self-defense. It's kind of like an IPSC competition thing, but not really, because he's not going for alphas or he gets no shoots. The targets are not right. So it's like something like that, like practical pistol shooting, but modified for defensive shooting training, I guess. I think it's nice. I think it's great that he's involved in this sort of thing, and he's like, normalizing the idea of training to defend yourself with the right tools. By the way, if you want to learn more about this stuff, I strongly recommend, definitely, if you're interested in this sort of thing, get yourself Street Survival Skills. This is a book in which I address a lot of these things in terms of self-defense, using these tools in the right way. A bunch of things I've learned over the years in many classes, very good instructors, as well as Surviving the Economic Collapse. These two books will help you get a lot better prepared for this sort of stuff. Street Survival Skills is the one where I cover it more in depth with proper explanations. And a lot of what I explained there, you see here. I like most of what I see. Of course, there's a couple things that are kind of so-so, but let's go from the start. So I like that he's using a Glock, no fancy race gun. It is true that it's also a sport, and that's great, but if you're training for self-defense, you really want something simple, nothing too complex. Just your stock Glock will probably do, and not a fancy race gun that you're not going to carry, right? The position of his holster is, the drawing is textbook drawing of the firearm. That is exactly how I describe it, and I describe it exactly like that because that's how it is. Like this, it is step by step, drawing the gun close to the body, moving it forward, bringing it up, and so on. He does exactly that step by step, right? Brings it up like this, and there he goes. Perfect. He's wearing normal clothing, not athletic clothing that he wouldn't be wearing. A holster in the place where it should go. None of this bullshit of appendix carry. I know that some guys really like appendix carry. And yes, there's techniques that you can do. I'm just not a believer in appendix carry. I think you're likely to get something shot that you don't want. And it's just not worth it. The only thing here is, where's the coat, man? You're not going to carry this as you're walking next to Javier Milei. You're here wearing a suit, right? So you should have some kind of coat that you bring, you just clear from it, and then you bring it up. That would be the more realistic thing. That would be, because if not, if you practice this, your muscle memory will go, oh, yeah, there's my gun. No, it's not. That's the pocket of your coat, So do things realistically as I see they're trying to go here for, but add that too. That layer of clothing that needs to be removed, that's going to be a little bit more time, but that's realism. That's how it goes. And then, yeah, this stance is correct. He's shooting. I think those shots are pretty nice going there. Then he does the reload. He does the tactical reload, right? And yes, there is a place for tactical reloading, and I've learned both tactical reloading and fast reloading, right? Like most people that took classes in any decent shooting school do. do fast reloading. don't do tactical reloads. I saw someone some special operations dude saying, "Oh, tactical reloading is bullshit. It's LARPing." And there's differences of opinion. Now, why is it that you do each one? Okay, let's go with that. Why is it that you would do one or the other? So when you're doing the tactical reloading, what you do is this: you bring up your magazine, you remove the one that you already have, you put the new one in, but you keep this one, which probably has a little bit of ammunition in there. You put it in a pocket or a dump bag, or I guess it makes more sense, anyway, you just keep your magazine. That is the tactical reload. The fast reload is, I'm not going to do it here because I have my microphone, I have a bunch of crap here on the way, but you just let it drop, you just let the magazine drop, and then you reload your gun, right? That is a fast reload. Dropping, not keeping anything, not wasting any time, a magazine in there, and that's it. Realistically, you're far more likely to need to quickly do a fast reload than a tactical reload. When you don't have the time, you want to let it drop, just like that. You just let it drop and not waste any time. You index your magazine and you go with that, and that's it. That's what you would do in an actual true need to reload your gun. It is true that, let's say that you defended yourself. You don't know how many rounds you fire because you were like in the middle of the thing, and there's a few possible scenarios. It could be that there's someone on the floor. You don't know if you don't even know if you hit him. Maybe he's just pretending. Maybe he's just sitting on the gun, just waiting for you to get distracted and put a round on you. Maybe there's someone just about to walk through the door. So a couple things here. First, if you're gonna practice something and incorporate as your go-to muscle memory, it has to be one thing and one thing only. That has to be your go-to thing. If there's time, you can do a number of other things. You can just holster your gun, you can go for the tactical reload, but muscle memory should be for the most, the thing that is most needed, more of an emergency situation thing, which is as fast as you can when you run out of ammunition. That is the thing that I would at least, after years of doing this sort of stuff, I would prioritize the muscle memory of the fast reload, right? Let's say, whatever, I have a magazine, I shot a bunch of rounds, there's someone there. Okay, a couple things that he's doing, I think that he would be better served by doing a fast reload than a tactical reload, but he's practicing tactical reloads, which is okay. Don't do this. And this is something that with Taran Tactical, it's kind of to blame for this. Oh, yeah, John Wick. Like, oh, yeah, wow, there's my gun. Wow. Yeah, sure, there's where bullets go. Whee! That is cool for videos and for movies. That is not what you want to do in a fight. What you want to do in a fight is, again, I would prioritize the fast reload instead of the tactical reload. But let's go with the tactical reload. Right. Someone there. There's a threat. You don't take your eyes away from the threat or where the potential threat could be coming from. Let's say a door. You have someone that is down. You just brain splatter all over the wall. But you don't know if someone else is going through the door. I keep the gun trained on the door. The guy is on the floor and he's not moving, but I don't even know if I hit him. The gun is pointed towards that guy, and my eyes are towards that guy. Why? Because even in the middle of a reload, and let's say I just dropped this thing, which I'm not doing because I have the keyboard and microphone here, but even if I just drop the magazine, I still have a round in the chamber. I can still use that round, and that round may be the difference between me getting killed or not. So even if I'm doing a tactical reload or a fast reload, doesn't matter which one it is, eyes towards the threat, gun pointed towards the threat, or where the potential threat could come from, right? And then I would maybe go with it, okay, I remove the magazine, I put the other magazine, and I keep this one, or I do what I'm suggesting more, practicing more of, which is the fast reload, right? But again, you have the time, you want to top up, right? You do that. But the big mistake that I see here is gun towards the threat or where the potential threat could be coming from. And definitely don't John Wick the shit out of this. I mean, I've had classes where some people have no, but you're going to be still looking. You just bring it up here and you're still looking through your gun. Man, I don't know. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why am I blocking my field of view and still, I mean, you have to be very open-minded in terms of training, and, you know, if something makes sense, incorporate it or change what you were doing wrong. God damn it. I've been taught things that then didn't make a whole lot of sense, and in more advanced training or with other instructors that knew better, yeah, he's right, that doesn't make any sense, this is far better, I do this. But this thing of, yeah, I'm still looking through, and I bring it up here, no, this makes a whole lot more sense, which is, I'm reloading from here. This thing is pointed towards the thing that I may have to shoot in a second here. And my eyes are going there. I don't need to look at it. This is like putting your hands in your pockets. You have to actually, oh, there's my pocket. I look to, no, you just put your hands in your pocket. The same goes for reloading. You index that thing, you just go in there, and that's it. Even if you're like, oh, you're super shaky, that's why you kind of aid yourself with that. But keeping it towards the target. That's at least the way I was taught, and that's the way that out of the different ways in which I was taught, that's the one I think it makes more sense, and I think it's fairly popular in most shooting schools. If you have any other, no, but I do the castle reload, and I do the axis, whatever, number of things. Not shitting on anyone. If something works, makes sense, and you incorporate that, that's always to your benefit, and that's how you should go about these things. Guys, as always, see you on our next video. You have the books where I talk about all of this using of certain tools to defend yourself, which I think is quite important. Also, you can practice all of this dry fire. Just practicing those reloads, the reloading, practicing the clearing of malfunctions, all things involved in dry fire that you can do in the comfort of your living room or your bunker or whatever the heck it is that you happen to be, without using any ammunition, without even going to the range, and yet you incorporate the muscle memory. Other than that, yeah, well done here. He's doing his thing. Yeah, maybe a little bit more covering yourself more with that barricade or whatnot. Yeah, those are going in for sure. They're just fucking looking at the gun. Why? He's putting it back in the magazine. Yeah. Don't train those things, because this is what you will do if you end up finding yourself in a situation and you go back to the muscle memory that you incorporated. See you on the next video, guys. Take care.